It's Wild 94.1, wild941.com. Joey Franchize in here. My dude, MGK.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's so lit right now.
We're day ones. We're day ones.
My
right
day
here.
one dude right here. I was just reminiscing about a time when we were in Connecticut, like years ago when the Lace Up mixtape came out. And this dude's hanging from the ceiling. It's like, to see him now with a hot record, Bad Things, it just cracked Billboard. Like,
going number one. It's going number one.
And let me tell you, man, it's a glorious time for people in Cleveland. You got the Cavs that just won a championship.
Yeah.
You got the Indians in the World Series, and my man MGK is about to drop some
get his
music.
number one. So it's all number ones this
How
year.
are you basking in all this glory right now, dog?
Well, I sent my championship ring to Ben Baller, so that's one way that I'm basking in it. So I'll be receiving my own, like, bedazzled out.
Oh yeah, because you gotta get your full on bling.
I'm getting mine like crazy though.
It's gotta be.
I'm trying to walk in and you see like LeBron's ring on the one side of the club, and then you see my ring shining on the other side of the club. You need to be torn like.
They gotta put your jersey up in the rafters.
One day, man. One day.
Always putting on for Cleveland. Let me tell you, whenever I hear it till I die, I feel like I am from Cleveland every time I hear it, dog.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
Man, you know what? I should have copyrighted the phrase "the land" because they.
Oh, everybody's running with that.
Oh man, they ran with that. They ran with that crazy.
So you dropped General Admission. I love the album. I feel like fans and just people who are just new to you got to actually see who you really are and got a deeper look into who MGK was. What was it like putting that album together and just dropping it the way you did?
Putting that album together was probably like the shittiest point in my life, to be honest. That was like one of the most inconfident, most vulnerable, trying to find my voice points in my life. And I think that when I kind of like translated all those thoughts on paper, it came across more as like a journal.
Yeah.
And so when I put that journal out, I think, in the same way that when I had read Kurt's journal or something like that, you just like, when you see somebody for who they really, really are, and there is just no like shield in front of your feelings, and you're just straight vulnerable. I feel like it just like connects in a way that few artists are able to connect, because it's not easy for everyone to do that, and it's not like a thing that commonly happens in our lifetimes. We only have a couple artists ever that have hit our souls like that. So I feel like I made that connection, and my confidence because of having an album like that out has made me become a whole different artist than we've seen from me in the past couple of years. So like, it's gotta feel good. I always said like it's gotta feel good if you're, a Drake and you're waking up and you have a Take Care. You have like that album that's like a classic album. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're 50, you got Get Rich or Die Trying. If you're M, you got Eminem. Like you got almost every album. But like, what I'm saying? Like, it's got to feel good when you have one of those. And I didn't feel that yet. Even with Lace Up the album, I was like, I didn't feel it. And then General Admission came, and I was like, okay, like you can't tell me nothing as far as me as a lyricist or me as a songwriter. And like put me up there. And if you need proof, that project is proof. And so having that in my arsenal like made me a whole different type of beast now, looking forward to the Start album.
And that was a very big passion project, General Admission, because I could tell, because even, I would see you go out promoting the album, and it's like, yo, if you don't like this album, you really have no soul. Like, like it was, that's like real, that's real, you know what I'm saying? And like, how are you gonna approach this third album this time around?
I think it's gonna be the first album I do like having fun. You know what I'm saying? I've never like done an album like while I was having fun ever, which sounds depressing, but it's true. I think like a lot of great things come from pain, but I think like because I had never done anything out of pure elation, I think getting to hear something new with a whole new emotion and stuff too behind it makes you like excited, you know what I'm saying? So I hear the new music and I'm like stoked on it. I hear Bad Things and I'm like, this is dope, like, and it was inspired oddly, but I don't even want to tell the story.
Come on, man.
No, it was just one of those things. Like I honestly think the pre-hook that I wrote in that song is like one of the best things I've ever written. In that, and is it's that line where I say, I want you forever, even when we're not together. Scars on my body, I can look at you whenever. Like that's like a very like dark but powerful and beautiful statement. Like, you know what I mean? Like I had got this text message from this girl who I was seeing, and a couple days later she was like, she texted me. She was like, hey, I just got out the shower. Like there were bruises on my arm or whatever. For like we had like like rough passionate sex a couple days prior to that, and like
it happens.
whatever. But like we were miles and hundreds of miles away from each other. I was on one end of the country and she was on the other end of the country.
Right.
And she had these, you know, she looked down when she was getting out of the shower and she like saw a piece of me. You know what I'm saying? Like she saw like I was with, and so like, you know, that it's like, yeah, to the average that may be like weird or something, but to me it's like beautiful. You know what I mean? It's like something like, I don't know, it's something, that connection is really special because it's so specific and like, you know, not everyone, you're not stoked on bruises from everyone. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like, you know, this is like,
you look at it and it's like,
this
whoa.
is a me and you thing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that pain is like this lustful pain. You want that pain. You know what I'm saying? So but just taking like capturing that emotion and putting it in those lines, like, I don't know, man. I just think it's cool. I think my songwriting is growing, you know.
And trust me, we're watching it, man, and it's like I said, it's really amazing to see it come full force, like, you know, the way it is. Now, the song "Bad Things" is actually a sample from Fastball out of my head. Like, what is also inspiring, like some of the new music that you're putting together now?
Well, I definitely think like I learned that, you know, taking from the past is kind of like a really key thing in people's careers. Like, you know, from Jay-Z to J. Cole to Kanye to Eminem. Like, you know, Eminem was Sing for the Moment, you know what I mean? Like, what a great rendition of Aerosmith, you know? And so, like, I don't know. I think, like, I'm stuck in such all these past eras, like, of how, like, genius those songs were. Well, it's just like, okay, well, they're just take some of that and spread it to our generation. So I think that, you know, like being comfortable sampling and stuff more often is what is inspiring some of the newer music, because I think that, you know, if we're just so into the past, why don't we bring some of the past into the now, the present? And
on the last album, we got to see Kid Rock, which I love that record. You have with Kid Rock, which is
I love that record because he booked me on his cruise ship, and it was like the gnarliest cruise ride of my life. And you know what I mean? Like, that dude is gnarly, dude. And the people, his fans are gnarly. I've been offered the craziest drugs of my life on that cruise ship that I will never consume in. But just the fact that the people...
See, I live vicariously through you when you tell me these
like,
stories.
Just gnarly.
Who are you look forward to working with? Like, you know, you have Kid Rock, like anybody else in rock that you're looking forward to working with?
In rock? I mean, you know, me and Blink-182 just can't seem to escape each other. We just, like, every time we're in the same set. Well, I think we'll keep it at this, man. I'll just always continue to keep performing with them when we're in the same city, and I'll continue to, like, cover their songs at my concerts. But we do, like, we do, I mean, shit, man. Every time we're in the same city, me and Blink always, like, play together.
Dude.
It's cool. It's, like, really tight.
That's awesome.
It's really tight. Because, like, they know that I, like, you know, hold the torch well.
Of course, yeah.
So that's cool that, like, Travis and Mark always, like, call on me to, if, you know, they need a guest vocalist there. Yeah.
Now it's awesome too. Are you happy, like, also that fact that we can't really put you in a category as far as a genre. Like, you spit, like, you rage, like, there is no genre for you.
Yeah.
If there is, what do we call it? Besides, like, Machine Gun Kelly, I don't know.
What'd you call Prince?
Just a symbol.
Call me Machine Gun Kelly, man.
There you go.
Machine Gun Kelly sounds like the coolest genre of music I ever heard anyway, man. I think just that. I was thinking that the other day already. You know, like, I don't know. I was thinking about that. I was like, what is the legacy going to be? And I don't know. Maybe it's just like, maybe that name is just going to be really strong, man. I mean, dude, I think Bad Things is going to go #1. And, like, dude, imagine someone like me having a #1.
Huge.
That's crazy. And
to see you from the beginning.
In our generation, though, like, we had some badasses that got #1s that we looked up to that were, like, our icons. But, like, in our generation, is there anyone that's been, like, #1 that you're like, oh, my God, I can't believe he's #1? Like, that's scary, dude.
That's nuts.
Imagine Machine Gun Kelly with the #1, dog. Me at the VMAs. What?
Let's go. Bad Things #1. Let's make it happen.
Yeah,
man.
And,
yo, you dabbling in the acting. You're just in a movie with James Franco and...
Dave Franco.
Dave Franco, yes. Dave Franco, the other Franco. I call him the other Franco.
There's a third Franco, by the way.
There's another Franco?
Yeah.
Is he, like, just as awesome as the other two?
Dude, he's like a sculptor, which is so awesome.
What is it about the Francos? Like, we know that James is James and he does his thing. Like, what was it working with?
Bruh, me and Dave, man, first off, coolest dude ever. Me and Dave would, like, would ride to work every day when we were shooting that movie Nerve, and we would listen to Howard Stern every day.
Wow.
And like, I mean, this dude, man, he's like the illest problem solver, smoothest dude, super like loyal to his girlfriend. It was just like,
wow.
Yeah, man, he's like the world's most genuine guy.
So you do the acting thing. You did that movie. You also did the show Roadies on Showtime.
Yep. And
you played Wes. What was it like, being a roadie on the show, and you usually going out and just performing these songs and actually being the guy behind the scenes? What was it like in that transition?
Really cool, man. Really like freeing because like when I'm on the road, usually I'm angry. But when Wes was on the road, he was very happy.
Yes.
But I'm not angry this time on the road as me, like my real self. This is the happiest I've ever been in my life this year.
Are you really nice at making espressos?
Oh, dude, I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm lightweight a fool with the espressos. Like my grain level is so on point. Like I'll have you so high off that calf.
Oh, I love some good caffeine, man.
Yeah.
I'm with it. Machine Gun Kelly is Wild 94 with Joey Franchize. My dude, when can we expect the album? Do you have a date?
You know what? Number one first, and then when you go number one, man, the world's your oyster.
Oh yeah, it's
dude.
a wrap.
You can call iTunes directly and say, "Yo, I'm dropping tomorrow, and it's going up." Cool, man. Number one, Joey Franchize. I said it here first. This is the first place I said it.
Number one.
Number
you heard
one.
it right here. Wild941, wild941.com. My brother MGK, EST. We out here.
And now you just clean that right on up.